Welcome to our Honest Joint Genesis review. And while it's a popular supplement, it's definitely not standing out as anything special. The customer reviews so far? They aren't bad, but they aren't glowing either. And at $60 a bottle, you'd expect a lot more bang for your buck. And don't worry, we'll do some side-by-side comparisons to show you what you should get for this sort of price soon enough. The doses are pretty poor and realistically, it's just the boswellia doing all the work in here. If, and it's a big if, they've used the right standardization of ginger, it could be just under the functional dose, but that's all you're getting that's going to do anything here. The bioperine is an absorption aid, hyaluronic acid doesn't work orally, and pine bark extract isn't really a joint supplement ingredient. So another misstep from Biodynamix Joint Genesis. And considering when we compare it to the joint supplement we rated number 1, Flex Again, which has these ingredients, in better doses, and costs the same price, we can't recommend Joint Genesis. We'll throw up the side-by-side ingredients lists now, to give you an idea of what you should get for this sort of money. An easy way to look at it, is there's 4 times the active ingredients in Flex. Oh, and a lot of the Flex Again ingredients are better altogether, curcumin and glucosamine being 2 standout highlights. Now, onto the full Joint Genesis breakdown. Let's talk ingredients, starting with boswellia. This is actually the one ingredient in Joint Genesis that's dosed effectively. Boswellia is known for its anti-inflammatory properties, and studies back this up, so, points to them for that. But here's the catch, you can buy a standalone boswellia supplement for way less than what they're charging here. So, while it's good to see boswellia, it's not enough to justify the price of the entire supplement. Next up is ginger root. Now, ginger is a great ingredient for reducing inflammation and joint pain, when it's dosed properly. Unfortunately, in Joint Genesis, they've completely dropped the ball on the dosage. They've included 200 milligrams, but the effective dose is 6 times higher. So, while ginger is included on the label, it's not going to do much for you in this amount. This is a classic move with budget supplements, they list ingredients that are known to help joint health but don't include enough of them to actually work. And at this price point, there's really no excuse for that. Now let's move on to hyaluronic acid, another key ingredient in Joint Genesis. Hyaluronic acid is important because it helps keep the synovial fluid in your joints lubricated, which reduces stiffness and discomfort. Sounds good, right? The problem is that hyaluronic acid is most effective when injected directly into the joints. When you take it orally, like you would in Joint Genesis, it gets broken down in the stomach. They've included a decent amount, 80 milligrams, but even at this level, very little is going to make it through your digestive system to actually help your joints. So again, it's not entirely useless, but it's nowhere near as effective as they want you to think. Then we have pycnogenol, which is just fancy for pine bark extract. This is an antioxidant with some mild anti-inflammatory effects, but the dosage here, it's too low to do much. You'd need more of it for it to have any real benefits, but they've only included 25 milligrams. It's not enough to make a significant impact on your joint health. Finally, there's bioperine, which is just black pepper extract. It helps with absorption, but even this is underdosed at 5 milligrams, when the ideal range is 8 to 10 milligrams. And here's the kicker, even if bioperine was dosed properly, it wouldn't be able to work its magic because the other key ingredients, like ginger, aren't in the right amounts to begin with. So, what's the point? Now, let's talk about the pricing. One bottle of Joint Genesis costs $59, and they do offer bulk packages where the price drops to $39 per bottle. But here's the thing, even at the lowest price, you're still paying too much for a supplement that doesn't deliver. If you're going to shell out this kind of cash for a joint supplement, there are far better options on the market, like Flex Again, which actually include the correct doses of these ingredients.